YouTube, it's your girl.
Woo! Spiders. Say yeah, 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 yeah. The price I want for sure, you gon' need 3 promoters. I got the body from Jim Ellis, but I had switched the motor. I got these badass bitches running around this bitch named all the coders. Yeah, I just told her make a stoner. Yeah, I just bought all the coders.
And I'm back with another video. As y'all can see, I'm back in the house with the vibes. So y'all know we're gonna be getting into how I start the first of the month off for myself. Like, I like to reset, like to start over, I like to move forward, I like to let go. We're gonna be getting into that. We're gonna also be recapping everything I did in January, what I did and didn't do, so we can see how I can plan out my February. So I want to give y'all a couple of pointers on everything I do at the beginning of the month, day by day basis, week by week, month by month. Okay, I hope y'all can learn something. I hope this helps. I hope this motivates y'all. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell an auntie, and we're gonna be getting into this video. All right, guys, so first I want to let y'all know how I plan out my days. So if you know me, you know I take the first of the month very serious. I take Sunday serious. I take any start of something new very serious, like so serious to the point I'm gonna make this example, this a little small story time. At the first of the month when I was in a relationship, if you argue with me, if you pick with me, we breaking up. For real. I did not play that about the first of the month. I remember breaking up with some of my exes all the time for ruining how I started off the first of the month. So please don't, please, I like to keep the peace at the beginning of the month, at the beginning of the week. Please just let me be, for real. You pick with me, you cut for life. So I'm gonna use my calendar as an example. This is my calendar written out from January. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all how I start my days. If you know me, I'm very organized. I'm very big on planning things out. Like to be ahead, 10 steps ahead, if you feel me. So before I start any day, I lay down at night. I'll see things that I know I need to get done, things I know I want to get done, or I'll start preparing for long term. So that looks like, okay, Treese, you need to call this number. Treese, you need to set this up. Treese, you need to do this, you need to do that. So for an example, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'm gonna get my use my whiteboard, get my marker. And please don't mind how I look. So I'm going to show y'all how I do my days on here. But for me to be productive, because I like to keep myself busy, I do have a couple of small things I like to just include that I want to do, like maybe weekly or just to add into my day. So that would look like journaling, reading the Bible, reading a book, yoga, jogging. Okay, so I know when I plan out my day, include one of those or include 2 of those. Okay, and then I write out my goals, things I'm trying to get done, or things I know I need to get done, like working on my credit and doing my schoolwork. So I know to add that, to do that weekly, have to get that done in one of my days. Okay, so I'm gonna erase it. So tomorrow is Tuesday. So I'm gonna show y'all how I plan out my days ahead of time. Tuesday, I know I have to go to work. I know I'm gonna exercise, so I'm gonna put fitness. Not gonna lie, I know I'm gonna want a smoothie, so I'm gonna write tropical smoothie. I know I need to get some parts for my car, so I'm gonna write AutoZone. Read, and I want to do a word search. Now, this is how I would plan out my day before I even start. But during the day, I'll go on my checklist, check everything off that I did. And anytime I go in the store and I spend money, I'll write how much I spend. Okay? And then at the end of the day, I'll go on my calendar app on the iPhone, and then I'll click on the day and put everything I did in that day and how much money I spent. Okay? So I do this every day, daily. I'll plan on my day, and if I add anything extra, like if I finish all of this and I still got time on my hands and I do anything else, I'll add that onto my list. But the key points is to make sure you're being productive. You're being productive. You're being productive. And also to keep count of how much money you spending or how much money you making. Okay, so you do that every day. And then on Sundays, I'll look back at my week, look how much money I spent, look at everything that consists in my days. And if I'm not really being productive, if I'm spending more than I'm saving, then I know how to plan on my next week. I know that I need to stay in the house, not spend so much money. I need to save more, and I need to add more productive things to do. But if I'm being productive and I'm saving, I can keep the same routine and the same route and keep doing what I'm doing. So that's how I plan on my days, and that's how I plan on my weeks. So now that it's a new month, I'll go look back at everything I did within my month. For an example, this is January. This is everything I did day by day, how much money I spent, and what my days consist of. So I'll go back, look on here, and if my days were not productive, if I wasn't doing much, if I was not staying busy, getting stuff done, I'm going to plan out my days better. See what I can do to be more productive and to get things done. We got to think long term. We got to think 10 years ahead, 10 steps ahead all the time. So also on one of my cards, I have all my hobbies that I like to do. On one of my cards, I have all my hobbies, and with me writing out all my hobbies, these are things I know to add into my days. And then I also write out goals, and with my goals, of course, those are things I can also add to keep my days productive. So with that being said, I like to go ahead and plan out my days before the night before. While I'm planning out my days, every day that go by, I'm keeping track of how much money I'm spending, how much money I'm making, and what my days consist of. And then by the end of the week, I'm looking back at what I did and how much money I spent. And then I'll help me plan out my new week. You get what I'm saying? And then monthly, we're doing the same thing. We're looking back, tracking our money, seeing what we did. And that'll let us know how we can plan for our new month, which is February. So, say I didn't read at all in January, and I know that was one of my goals, or that's something I was supposed to do. I'm going to go over here where I have all my books, and I'm going to go ahead and pick out a book that I want to read for the month. Pick out a book that I want to read. Go ahead, plan that out, set that to the side. Studying the dictionary, books. Pick out a book, see which one I want to read, and put it by my nightstand. You don't want to put it somewhere far that you don't see it, because I really do believe in out of sight, out of mind. So if you cannot see it, you will 9 times out of 10 not read it. So always keep it close to where you can see it, and that will help in the long run. So these are all the books I have, and all the books I want to read this year. I'm going to pick out which one I want to read for February. And going to make sure when I'm planning on my days, I'm going to make sure to add reading, and probably like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay? And make sure you add fitness in, and look back at your hobby list and see things you want your days to consist of, things you would like to do, and make sure you add that into your days. Okay? So that's how I set up my days, my weeks, and look back at the month. I'm also big on journaling. So I do have a journal. I get a journal every year. I have big plans for my journals, and that I will not speak on in this video. You guys will just see it when it occurs. So currently right now, I'm writing out everything I accomplished in January, things I didn't do, and that'll let me know how I should move in February. So if I know I wanted to accomplish, let's say, doing 5 podcasts, and I know I didn't do that in January, guess what I'm doing in February? For sure, I'm doing that in February, because why did I not imply that in my January? Knowing that was a goal. We're not doing that. We're definitely getting that done. See what I'm saying? So January, I'm going to write out all my accomplishments, things I didn't do, did not get me a facial, I did not read, manifest, do no fitness. So February, I know for sure to add that on my calendar. Every other day, or I like to write in my journal. It's a big stress relief for myself, because I'm the type of person, I do not vent to nobody. I like to keep everything bottled up. And when I started journaling, that helps so much, because as soon as I write, and whatever I'm talking about or write about, it gets off my mind. It's gone. I don't have to think about it no more. I don't have to worry about telling nobody my business, telling nobody what I got going on. Therefore, I can just write. And I would definitely advise people to start journaling. And my book got these cute stickers that I'm finna put on here. Reminder. So, I manifest in here too. You always want to add, like, when you plan out your days, always add days you manifest. It's always good to manifest. You can say it out loud. You can write it. I like writing it and saying it out loud. I only like saying it out loud, like, certain time frames within the day. I feel like it's more beneficial when I feel it in my spirit. But that's how I go about planning out my days, restarting. Of course, restarting and resetting for the beginning of the month. You will exercise, you'll clean. I like to do a deep clean. Like to do a deep clean, fold clothes, do laundry, cook, of course. Look back at my journal, write down things in my journal, look at my calendar, pick out what books I need to write down goals. That day specifically, I like to just be to myself. I like to just be in my own zone, in my own world, so I can be focused and I can see what point I'm at. Because with my goals, I used to plan my goals out, but like by this month, I need to get this done. By this, don't rush yourself. Don't ever rush. When it happens, it happens. But no, within that year, you want to get these things done. But I would say don't put a month on it unless you feel like you're slacking. If you're being too lazy, then you can do that. But me knowing me, when I want to get something done, I'm going to get it done. So therefore, I don't have to put a month on nothing, because I know I'm going to get it done regardless. And I also feel like God is going to guide me, and God is going to walk through me, and He's going to give me grace. So if that's what I'm supposed to be getting done, it will happen. Never rush your plans. Always ask God for confirmation. Always make sure you're manifesting. Always make sure you're staying in tune. You're praying. You're reading your Bible. You're writing. And all of that good stuff. So make sure y'all invest y'all selves into a calendar. I'm about to literally erase all of this and write out my February. I hope this helped y'all stay organized, stay productive, and become successful in 2025. I like to come on here and give y'all some of my tips, some ideas, and some advice. But you know, I wish the best for everybody. I want everybody to be successful. I want everybody to eat. I want everybody to be productive, doing something with themselves, because everybody got potential. And I always like to see, I always like for people to grow. There's always room for growth. And I'm not a big gatekeeper, as y'all can tell. So y'all ever need to ask me something, need to know something, y'all can always text me. Y'all can always, whatever. I'm not stuck up. I am antisocial, but I'm not stuck up. I will text you back if it pertains to business stuff, questions, advice. I will text back. I love everybody for coming this far with me, still watching my videos, subscribing, liking, and commenting, telling a friend. Thank y'all so much.
No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours.